What's going on, guys? Welcome to Let Me Get That Podagraph live from the Mint Collective. As always, my name is the DH. Got two very special guests with me for today's show. Of course, we got Corey from Show Your Slabs.
What's up, guys?
We've also got Tim from Slab Strong.
How you doing?
I did the double P series. See, I've never done that before.
I did the point.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It's day 3, guys. I'm a little, as you can hear my voice, it's a little broken.
Yeah.
Vegas has broken me
Yeah.
financially, but this show has made it all worth it, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's broke almost everybody. I know I'm exhausted. It's still early here, guys. If you are on the East Coast, which I know a lot of you at least live are going to be, it's still quite early, recovering from last night. But like you said, the show itself, man, this has been something really different.
It's next level.
It's
where the hobby. Yeah.
Visually, it's just unbelievable. And then, obviously, all the big people are here.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
So, this is... I wish we could stay a week.
I know.
I wouldn't survive. I wish we could stay a week.
You feel like the show, like, I feel like that could stay a week, but I feel like my body physically couldn't stay a week. Like, I would just be a person, like, laying on the couch at my... taking meetings, like laying down.
You'd definitely be a mime. You couldn't.
Dude,
you'd have to have an interpreter.
We should start meetings like laying down. Like one guy's laying on one side, one guy's
lay down next to me. Let's talk. Let's talk numbers.
Yeah.
Just put a couch in the booth.
It's like this. Like, hey guys, let's talk numbers. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. In Vegas, I think that's honestly what you have to do. But anybody who was here knows this, and anybody seeing stuff on the outside. I mean, I'm just looking out at this right now. What we're in is, a studio, a makeshift studio with open panels that people can see us.
It reminds me of like hip hop awards, like the cipher rooms that they have at like the hip hop shows and everything.
Like the content spaces, and then like you just have eBay, who, I mean, has set up something. It's a 2-story, just unbelievable booth. You have Whatnot, Loop. I mean, you're seeing Bullpen LA.
Yeah.
Shout out Ty and Mitch. Like, to get them out of their shop, to get Mitch out of his shop.
Yes,
it takes an army, and it takes a dope ass show, and both of those are present here. I think.
Yeah. One thing that was really cool to me that I was not expecting was the Thursday pre-show. Like the pre-opening was littered with people that I wasn't aware were in the hobby. Like I set up a meeting with of all people, Zach from Ghost Adventures.
Is Zach from Ghost Adventures here?
He was here on Thursday night, and he randomly came up to our booth to talk about sub and PSA cards, the Gem Mint booth, and so I knew it was him. He had a mask and his hat and his glasses. He looked just like he was going on a hunt in like a dusty basement.
Bro, he's the preeminent like ghost hunter guy now.
Yeah.
Like he's like.
So it's like Renee from Storage Wars who's walking around.
Yeah, just casually walking around all night. No, like not many people noticed him. Like I didn't make a big deal about it or anything. We just talked for a little bit, took a picture.
Well, I mean, the guy is a ghost hunter. I mean, he's not Brad Pitt. But.
No, I just walked up to him and was like,
he's somebody's Brad Pitt.
No, he's the Brad Pitt of ghost hunters. He's like a young straight.
I don't. Pardon my line. I don't fuck with ghosts, so I'm not looking to watch that show.
Right,
ghosts aren't cool to me.
That's a good point.
I don't want to meet any. So I'm not looking for a guy who's hunting them.
Right.
I'm sure his show's great, but if he's looking for him, I want to stand clear of him.
Well, he's also looking for basketball cards,
Payback's
which was awesome.
a bitch in the ghost world.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Yeah.
They just haunt you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Well, that's how I walked out. That's why I told him. I said it got a little cold in here. I was like, dude, what's going on? Yeah.
Like, I actually, to bring it back to cards, there is ghosts in the card hobby, and it's when you sell a card too cheap.
Yep.
And then you see it here. For sale, I'm talking like the exact same card,
one,
like the one that I sold to, where was that? In Atlanta, and now I see it as a PSA 10.
Oh, you saw your card that the pink.
The pink.
Oh wow,
it's a PSA 10.
Oh, yeah. I sold my Yuri. The Panini did their awesome white sparkle giveaway, and I pulled the Yuri Pachovska rated rookie white sparkle and sold it. But I'm sure, I know that's gonna.
So call your ghost hunter.
Exactly.
Look for that card because that's gonna come back to haunt you. I can guarantee it.
Exactly. Exactly. So it happens all the time. But no, the show's been crazy. It's like you guys said, next level. What's been one of the biggest takeaways you guys have seen from everything here? You know, like in terms of where the hobby's going, because this thing's really been almost more of I'd almost say more of a trade show kind of feel to it. I mean, it's very much a card show, but it has that trade show.
Yes, it is trade show. It's the level up of what the card show. So, and me and Tim are both, started hobby businesses within, of a passion for cards, but also for a passion for the hobby to elevate itself to be where the card values are, right? Because the card values went, parabolic. Nothing else caught up. This is catching up. This is, you don't see, a Rolex Audemars venue like booth. You don't buy that out of a cardboard box. Right. So, and Tim Tim has Slab Strong, which is a protectant and also an accessory that colorizes and makes it personalizes. So his is like the watch band for the Rolex.
Yes.
And mine is like the home display case for the Rolex, right? So we both elevated that part of it, and it's great to see everybody else out, because at a certain point, it just shows that people are reinvesting that money that they made. They're not just sucking out from the hobby and buying a card and selling it for B. They're actually reinvesting in either a tech business or their booth or what could be next. So it's great to see.
So from my angle, this proves to me that there is no slowdown. Yeah. You might see fluctuations in price and maybe things go back to normal.
Right.
That normal is still 5 times what it was 2 years ago. So to me, it's almost like people are starting to talk about the hobby like it's Bitcoin, like it's going to crash, it's going to crash. It's not. No. There's so many good people here right now. There's so many good businesses that won't allow the hobby to fail. One, because they have good products or they're a great store. Yeah. But there are also a lot of good people behind these products. Like Corey and I become really good friends. He's coming to my wedding, right? And I met him less than a year ago, or close to it, and he's been real supportive. So it's things like that. This proves to me that there is no slowdown in the progression of the hobby at all. Prices will fluctuate. That's going to happen no matter what. Zion. People think the hobby crashing because no, Zion hasn't played in a couple of years.
Yes.
His cards will go back up as soon as he hits one shot. So. No, this just proves to me that the hobby is not slowing down, and there's so much room for growth. There's so many new companies doing new things. So, and
you guys are prime examples of that. And I think one thing that you said that was just absolutely dead on about the show is just people investing in new things, the new tech and the new innovation that's here. You guys being prime examples of that. I mean, I know both of you have a lot of new stuff that's coming out also that we'll touch on a little bit later. But you're seeing all of this, just so much innovation in this industry, putting it back in, like you said, into the hobby. And you go to these shows and you see, I mean, you're talking to the people. You've got Kentucky Roadshow cards here. You've got all these amazing. Jimmy Mahan. Shout out to Jimmy and Tracy and everybody over there. You've got so much amazing stuff. Like you said, I think this show definitely reinforces to me how strong the hobby is, because it is not only the casual people from around town and people that flew in just to enjoy it, but the dealers and everything that are here, the meetings that are going on. There's so much about progressing this hobby, and not in a greedy me so I can bounce out way, but to generally grow this hobby and build it and make it more enjoyable for everybody.
And make it take it to the mainstream, because everybody sees, the FAN writing on the wall. So everybody wants to position themselves to when Fanatics takes over, because they are the catalyst that. So it's like the build up. We're all here, building a great campfire. We're all throwing our pieces of logs in and shit. Me and Tim throwing our little pieces. eBay just coming in with a full oak tree. Yeah. But then you got a guy like Fanatics who are here set up on the memorabilia side, who can literally take a barrel of gasoline and just pour it right on it. With marketing, with everything else. So if you don't Uber's walking around, you don't think he's looking. The dude's calculated. He's more eyes probably on everything than we know. He's watching it and he's seeing how they can integrate into that. But it's just it's funny you said the Bitcoin, and I don't think I think like Bitcoin obviously is stable, but like the altcoins is like what people compare it to, or even NFTs. There's like a Bitcoin conference here, and it's like literally like a screen, a room, and a bunch of dudes in Gucci shirts. And like golden sunglasses.
Yep.
And it's like
shout out Kev.
So, yeah, shout out the homie. But so he like that's what I'm saying. Like that's not what this is anymore. Like people in that Bitcoin stuff, it's just like pump to the next. Buy my Gucci glasses.
No true passion. There's not a passion truly behind Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Just the money involved.
Right. Yeah, it is. And it's a different world, but people do compare it. So that's all my takeaway is from that is like Bitcoin's conference was like the old conferences or the old shows that how it used to be where it's just a bunch of guys with cases and it's like buy or leave.
Right.
Like that's not this. Like people like dude, Whatnot has a claw machine where you can pull like a box of like
for free, a free claw machine.
Like so that just shows me they're investing money. They don't that's not coming. It's not like coming back to them. It is coming back to them in signups for long-term customers.
Well, and as someone that breaks on Whatnot for Vintage Breaks, one of our sponsors,
nice.
I do all of the Whatnot breaks on there. They've worked so hard on the tech aspect of developing their platform.
Yeah.
They're adding in new features. They're beefing up, existing features on a weekly basis. They're not waiting. They're putting this out as soon as possible and listening to customer and seller feedback.
So you said you had a sponsor. Now me and Tim have a podcast that's on our YouTube channel. And so our sponsors, we have a lot of sponsors. But
we have
we just tell them they're sponsors.
Yeah.
Is that how you do it?
What?
We don't have like any. We just go, Zion Case, this is our sponsor.
Oh yeah.
And we don't ask any money for it.
Oh yeah.
We're just
they're
awesome.
couple of them.
Is that how you do it too?
Yeah,
You actually get stuff. But see, you get like.
Well,
boxes.
I mean, like
we need to figure out how to get That's our problem. We don't get
well,
any in return.
What we're about to be doing.
Us.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
All right. We're sponsored by. Let me get that Podagraph.
There you go.
Well, we'll add you to the list.
Well, with Letter Rip, that was a good segue, actually. With Letter Rip, like you said, which is sponsored by Panini and Topps.
And who sponsors Slab Business?
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll bring on Panini and Topps, too. So we'll be Letter Rip will sponsor us.
There you go.
Let me get that Podagraph. Panini and Topps. We got to add
it
to the
add it to the list. Just make it like a Lollapalooza show when you show your sponsors,
like
and just have a list and just a massive.
And there's no layers; they're all equal.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they all equally give us nothing.
we're equally broke.
Yeah, we're equally just using them. But
shout out to Panini in particular for this episode because they did give us a box of Origins basketball to rip. So we'll dive into this right now.
Let's do it. What are we looking for?
Look at this.
What year is this?
I love this product.
Yo,
Me
you
too.
gotta let Tim open.
I'm gonna let actually. You know what?
Bully you.
Let's
what? To make me look. Wait, now it makes me look weak.
I'm gonna do some of the.
Yeah, I knew he couldn't open. I knew he didn't have a
tough.
knife.
I actually went to pack and I was about to put my Panini box cutter into my.
Nah, you need to get that Mr.
You need to get
that Mr. Minty blade. Shout out Mr. Minty, another sponsor.
There you go.
See.
All right, let's do. Yeah.
Sure, no problem. Origins basketball, guys. Of course, 2 autographs and memorabilia. Again, shout out Jeff Hoffer and everyone at Panini. Let's see how.
Tim doesn't even know how the box opens.
They changed.
Last year, I bought I bought an Origins product. I pulled the Tyree.
You bought an Origins hobby box?
I bought it on my first sale. I went and spent $400, literally.
and you never done it again.
My first sale last year.
Yep.
All right, so
respect.
You can rip it open if you'd like, and then we'll set them here, and we'll do a reveal here, and I'll show them off to the camera.
While he's ripping, I just want to show some of our new stuff. And this is an artist highlight, right? So we collab with the Card Carver on Instagram, and he is a super dope card artist. He makes these, actual card size cards that he cuts out. So this is called the Warhol Jordan. And then what we did is we had him build a scale one. I think it's 2x scale, 3x scale, and then we built the 3x scale mag. So we sell these as a tandem. But this is more, we have our slab displays and stuff, and that's fine for the business. This is to highlight those guys in the card space that are just doing something different, right? That are doing something dope. Like they may not have Panini access and all that stuff, but they got a super cool eye, and they know how to make cool stuff, and we just want to highlight it. So shout out to Card Carver.
Yes.
These are going to be available. And then one other artist who's a female out of Canada, Melissa, she's at Live Artist. So this is one of her prints. This was not for sale. I bought this one. It's mine, so don't even try. But I put this in the office. It's super dope.
Right.
So what we did is we built a frame around it. Hangs up easy. But more importantly, it gives the artist a little bit, like, you know, of an extra way to sell their stuff, right? You know, a frame is you put a card in a frame, it just doesn't do the same when you slab it, right?
Right.
It's really that extra touch. So shout out at Live Artist on Instagram.
Absolutely, and that's one thing I love in here. We're going to get into this Origins box, guys, here in just a moment, but that's one of the things I love that you guys are doing is the stuff with the card art. Card art has become so big, and you guys have really the perfect stuff with it, and I know you have a lot of amazing stuff coming up as well that we'll get on, but let's rip into some Origins, so I'll let you reveal it, my man.
All right, so
first up,
we got Kristaps Porzingis. I love the new designs. You remember the ones from last year? I love the new designs.
Yeah, these new designs are. I love them because for a while it felt like almost like Inception, too much like Inception, and there was no true change. I really like the format of the brush strokes.
Yes.
Leaving
Beautiful
the
cards.
middle to be able to have some colored stuff. So, who do we got next?
All right, we have rookie Isaiah Levers.
Nice.
Not numbered, rookie. Here you go. Check that
There you
out
go.
on the screen. Ooh, all right.
Isaiah Livers.
All
Okay,
right.
so we might have a little something here.
So here's my favorite thing about sports. I am not a guy that simply just looks for rookies. I love the vets. So
Right.
like this next card coming up, you know, people are like, yeah, what's it with? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
it's a
matter.
Steph Curry card
It's
from
Steph.
Origins. Look how beautiful this card is.
Yep. Absolutely gorgeous Steph Curry.
Yeah. And those things, I mean, if it's
Just the base.
yeah,
They're
you
gorgeous.
put that in a mag, dude, it's just
Yeah, it's just beautiful. Absolutely
I
gorgeous.
think we got our first auto.
Yep. Reveal away,
First
my
auto,
friend.
I think it's a rookie. Brandon Boston Jr., I believe, is a rookie.
Yep.
Yes, he is. Oh, no, not auto. So we got the napkin patch here, the blue.
Yep. Yep. So Origins
Not
patch.
numbered, but there you go.
Patch of Brandon Boston Jr. for the Clippers. So, you know, I believe he was a second-round pick. Gets a little runtime with the Clippers. I'm
You know
not
when
somebody
those
that's
patches
big
are
on
white,
him.
You call that?
Yeah, napkins.
No, drywall.
Now,
Exactly like a drywall patch.
now coming up next, though,
Little Franz.
I was about to say, show it,
Put
my
up-
man.
here we go.
This could be a nice one right here.
Rookie auto, Franz
Wagner.
On card, out of 35. 23 out of 35.
Ooh, beautiful card right
Wow,
there
that's
now.
actually dope.
That's a nice
Look
one.
at the blue on blue auto
I love
with
it.
the blue.
I love it.
Yeah, check
Blue
that out.
color match parallel with the Magic. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Origins it's a great product this year. And we're about to get to the parallels here in just a moment, which show away. Some of the parallels are
Here we
absolutely
go.
awesome.
What do we think? Future Hall of Famer? Clay Thompson? Is that who that is? Is he a future Hall of
he's
Famer?
gotta come
He's
back.
close.
He's got, but
He's
a
got
beautiful.
How many chips does he have?
I think the three.
quick little.
3. Yeah.
I think the three.
Yep, he's got the 3.
All right.
Very, very nice one right there.
This is a
From
beautiful.
Origins. And then
So
last.
do we have another? Wait, there was 2 autos?
No, 1 auto, 1 memorabilia. Then
So
the
we got
last one.
A Trey Murphy, number 7 out of 75.
Very nice.
Rookie.
So these are the new rookies. This isn't.
Yes,
This
this
is
is
like brand
the
new.
this is the brand new 21,
Oh, this is
22.
Duke Johnson Jr.
I don't think that he's in this product. So
Shout
my
out
biggest
Duke Johnson
PC,
Jr.
he's in the Chronicles product,
Tim
and,
Casey.
Okay.
He's in no products.
and he's in
And
Collegiate
Tim maybe
Immaculate. He is
spent
not in any other set. He's my PC.
$5,000 on a hobby
It's
box,
devastating me.
and the guy wasn't even in it. So shout out Tim for making me spend $5,000 on a box. Where
Shout out to Ty for messaging me afterwards to tell me if I ever need to know the checklist. She got me.
There you
Thank you,
go.
Ty at Bullpen.
Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful cards. Nice break there. That Wagner's
at his
gorgeous.
auto.
I know
His
it's
auto's
a great auto. I love the set. The parallels, like we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
they lend themselves to a really nice view altogether. So, you know, one of my favorite products. Shout out once again to Panini. Really great box with Curry. Clay Thompson, I don't know. He's got to
close.
come back. He's close. He's close. I kind of like in Desmond Bain. I think is the next Klay Thompson. And so you know, that's one of my big guys. And so when I pull Klay, I just immediately think of Desmond Bain.
I love Desmond Bain, and that's one of those things too in terms of value. Desmond Bain is so good, but at the same time, does his value go down because Ja takes all like that Memphis, like? But I don't get it, right? They should be, not that they should be worth the same because Ja's more exciting technically.
Yeah.
But Desmond Bain is an absolute monster. Keep those guys together; they can do something really special.
Yeah, Ja shouldn't be worth really anything. You know, that guy should that pink one that should be worth like less than I paid him for.
Do you know this story?
Yeah, you should
Industry Summit, the free pack that you get from Panini, the pink set, everything's out of 10.
Right.
He gets the Ja Morant out of 10.
Select rookie.
Nice.
Sells it right away. He sees it here.
I didn't sell it right away. I sold it a while later. I'm not a card seller, dude. I'm so bad at that. Like guys they come up to me like if I'm buying a card, I'm bad. If I'm selling a card, I'm bad because then like I don't want to art like if a card's $250. This guy was like, there's a Lamar I wanted, and I was like, it was like $250, and in my head I'm like, all right, this is where everybody goes. Offer you
like
175.
Right. Yep.
And,
exactly.
And the guy goes, yeah, I'm kind of firm on 250. I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Okay.
I was like, all right, this is boring. I don't want to like because I'm going to buy that card. I'm never going to sell it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll try to get 25. But like, the guy's trying to make his money. I'm not that worried about it. And I'm not talking thousands. I don't do anything that high end. But
right.
Like, so I guess maybe that's easier. But I don't know, man. But it was tough seeing that card here today. That was a ghost.
Yeah.
So.
Does he have it?
Yeah.
It's him? Yeah. Avoidables?
Yeah.
I'm going to go see it.
Yeah, don't go see it. Yeah, go put a Slab Strong on it. Actually, let me throw it before you put the Slab Strong on it.
Right. There you go. Speaking of Slab Strong, man, you've got some show everybody. And I haven't had a chance to have you on the show before.
Yeah, right.
We actually finally got to meet in person this weekend,
which is another example of how things is progressing. Right?
Exactly.
We met this weekend.
But I love some of the stuff that not only you have here, but what you were telling me that's coming up and some things that you're doing. So let everybody know a little bit about Slab Strong and everything and what's coming up. Yeah,
just a simple idea I had a year ago, and I honestly, my first idea was to change the color of slabs to make it fun and in personal collections. When I started making the product,
thing? I'm pretty sure it was 2 years. Like you always say that, but I'm pretty sure we're getting older. Because I'm 2 years, and we were talking at the same time.
No, I don't know. We're gonna have to look at
a year sounds better, but like 2 years.
So yeah,
like your
I've done really well. I've only been out for I think an hour now, and I've done really well. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Sales,
But yeah, so for me it was just about making the product fun, and then obviously when I made the product and encompassed it, I'm like, okay, now it got to a point where start to like actually drop it, right?
Right.
And so I had saw Corey's product. I messaged him out of the blue, was like, hey man, I just want you to see my product. I think you've got the best product in the game. Let me show you mine. Drove down to Baltimore within that week. And he asked me, he goes, hey man, do you want to throw it off my balcony? Sure, why not? It was the first time I tested it in front of someone. I had known that it wouldn't break, right? I had already tried it. But to test it in front of someone that you just meet, another product in the game that you really respect. So, top balcony, we throw it off, it works.
I remember
We've been like best friends ever since. Oh yeah, but and then now, this dude gets excited every time a new color comes out, and I get a video at like 3 in the morning of him throwing it off a third-story building, literally in Chicago rooftop.
Yeah, Chicago. Shout out Shy Breaks. I threw it off their LCS's rooftop. I don't think.
But also, don't do that out there.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's not something we.
Right, it's the same concept as a cell phone.
But you can. But you can.
Like Otterbox, like runs it over with a tank.
Yeah.
Like, just don't. You don't have a tank.
Don't go rent a tank for this purpose.
Exactly.
But yeah, so.
And if you do, film it.
Yes, please.
And send it to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what it's all about. So now that I have 8 base colors, I got 5 more coming to hit the TCG market, and then I now can print whatever I want on these things. So I'm really going really hard with like trying to figure out what patterns are going to work in terms of that I can mass produce them, and which ones I'm going to make like a 25 to 50 piece run, charge a little bit of a premium for it, but just like. And then I'm gonna
get for all those like tiger stripe collectors.
Oh yes.
Tim's gonna have a tiger stripe color match, zebra. What's it? Elephant.
Dragon scale. I have coming.
Donkey.
It's gonna be so.
They got.
I already have some samples. I don't show them too much.
Giraffe.
Yeah.
Hippopotamus. What are the other ones they have out? Wait, we're just
lions,
saying
tigers, and bears.
Duckbill platypus.
Yes, duckbill. Yeah,
print.
that's dope. Super dope.
Yep.
So shout out duckbill.
But yeah, it's all about having fun. As you can see, we joke around even on our podcast. Like we take this hobby seriously, but not serious enough where we're staying up 3 o'clock. Like this is like we love this, so we take it seriously. But at the same time, we're in a kid's game.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
This is the most fun I've ever had these last 2 years now. I guess I don't know.
No,
we take our business seriously, but we know that the hobby is you go back to it because you were a kid in it, right? So we're still kids when we're in the hobby, but our businesses are businesses, and that's why like our podcast is, formed to that, right? Where
he does the same way in his. Like when I watch him live, he has a lot of fun. He rips product live.
He has like big wigs on.
I know.
Yeah, we don't do like shout out to big wigs, but we want to talk to the guys who work for you. Like we want the guys who are grinding here at the shows that have the crazy stories. Yeah. That they bought a card and flipped. There's some. There's just stories that are going to come out of this show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That I'm not going to say here. But
no.
It'll come out. Yep. You'll hear them. You'll be like, wow, like that. I can't believe that happened.
Well, no, that's one thing that you're going to see about this show is a result of a lot of networking, a lot of meeting. Yep. A lot of exciting things are coming to the hobby. That I found out through this weekend, that'll be coming out soon, and it's really just exciting to see. But like you guys said, it's all about you take it seriously, but you got to remember it is like a kid's
well,
game,
just to show you the magnitude of like what I thought. Like, so I thought there was people like looking at us in the fishbowl, and then I realized that there's literally 100-inch projection TV showing the F1 race above us.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, it's
sweet.
Not us?
Okay.
So, but there's literally 100-inch, maybe 200-inch television.
Yeah, there is.
That this show is unreal. Shout out to David from COLLECTABLE.
Yes.
The dude put on a unreal show.
Incredible.
We just got the thumbs up ski to get out ski.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, that's the wrap up by my man.
Thumbs up,
see, that's
was
the
it
funny
slight?
Thing. Yeah,
no, it's like hey, good job.
Hit the road, Jack.
We got a busy day. Yeah, exactly.
They got other people to come in.
But I do have to shout out COLLECTABLE. They've been awesome. Ezra,
yes.
One of the best in the game. Shout out to. I always want to call him Dan, but David Marino for everything
Jason
that he's
Epstein,
done.
Who's the founder, who bought a display from us, and he's got literally, it's a 25-card display, and it's all Sam Musial.
Nice.
Rookie. Same card.
Nice.
In every different grade.
Awesome.
So the guy's not just in the he's a collector.
Awesome.
And you know that because he's collecting literally one card that he's obsessed with.
Yeah.
And he's thinking about how he can get it in his SG. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. The most expensive collection of one single person in one card. It doesn't deviate to any other cards.
Right.
Same year, same everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to our sponsors, Vintage Breaks, CardLadder, Card Crusade, and Vanity Slabs. Thank you guys so much, and of course Panini for the Origins box. Slab Strong, show your slabs. Yep. Corey,
check
Tim.
us out, Slab Business, our new sponsor, Letter Rip.
Let me get that Podagraph.
And
all the other ones.
Yeah, all the other ones. Shout out Jared from PSA.
Ty, Boogie, everybody.
Everybody.
Big Jim, Little Jim, Big Jim, everybody.
Yep.
Good night.